Expression out of him, but
No,
dude,
exactly.
got him.
Oh, Superman.
I don't know why he looked really big. I didn't clue into the fact that you were holding it really close to the camera. I was like, why is he so big?
That's a big ass minifigure.
That's a big guy, man.
Yeah, my hand just got that big too.
That must be
I know,
one of those like 3-inch flashlights.
You have like
Yeah.
more like 3-inch fleshlight.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, look at him.
Also, yeah,
crazy
you
how
need
that
a 3-inch flashlight for your tiny penis.
Oh, I need something smaller than that. Calm down now. You have high expectations of me.
It came with Sex Luthor.
Sex Luthor?
Yeah, Sex Luthor.
What is he gonna do against Superman in a mech? It's like the most
Sex him.
overpowered
He's gonna
thing
sex him
ever.
up.
Have sex? Yeah, I don't know.
He's gonna throw a rock into
He's
his
gonna start
incinerator.
dancing to the song. I've sex, poop my pants again.
I really hope the new Superman movie just has Nicholas Hoult dancing like that.
Yeah,
for,
there's a
no,
Jim Carrey level Nicholas Hoult dance sequence where he dances to that song.
it is a one-to-one recreation of the Morbius scene, and
He's
they get
shirtless and
sued.
he's sweating, and he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. While he's like,
I can see it.
dry humping a picture of Superman.
And then Sony decides to
Yeah.
sue James Gunn.
Yeah, getting an anti-venom
Oh
figure.
Anti-Venom.
He's shooting out his splooge.
When I learned about Anti-Venom like 6 years ago, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and now I just don't care.
Dude, I used to think he was the
Dude, he's
coolest.
so fucking cool. I had lore. Cam and I
It's
had
like,
lore.
oh my
for
god, there's
Anti-Venom.
a inverse color Venom. That's so fucking epic.
Cam and I had
Dude,
cool
so
lore
cool.
for Anti-Venom, and it was not that cool at all. It was honestly really lame.
It's more so like they just made another villain character that I'm.
He's
Yeah,
just
but it's
another
Venom.
symbiote.
Yeah, but I
But
do
it's
like
a new
it.
minifigure, I guess. That's something.
Right.
Instead of
He's one
getting
of-
Venom again for the 13th million time.
I like him a
It's
bit
something.
more when it comes to the Venom symbiote variants. So I'm going to
He's
get him.
more
Oh,
unique,
and
at least.
yeah, he is the new
Sure.
web piece.
Because
Is
he's,
fucking
he's not
sick.
actually a symbiote or something. And you can
Yeah.
put two of them together and make a little ball.
Did I tell you guys?
Yeah,
Did I tell you guys my cool Anti-Venom lore?
No, you can tell us right now.
No.
This was when I was waiting to move, and I was drawing a lot of Spider-Man shit. I think I just recently beat PS4 Spider-Man, so I was like fully in the
Damn it.
Spider-Man mindset. And I would talk to Cam about epic Spider-Man lore every day. And so I came up with like a 3-season Spider-Man epic anime or whatever.
I remember this.
Yeah, and then there was I tried writing it too, and I got like a page in, and I just gave up. It was so much detail. It was so unnecessary. It was like a bank robbery.
Like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it.
It was Spider-Man Alternate or some shit like that. It was
Oh
awful.
yeah.
Spider-Man
alternate. Because I was like, and the opening was so pretentious because I start with a big paragraph that's like, this is my take on the character, and it's how I feel about the character, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And it was like, okay. So
This is
that's
my
it.
clever
So there was
take on the
going,
character, and I'm so
there
much
was gonna be a-
smarter than anyone who's ever worked on
That's-
Spider-Man.
basically what it was, yeah.
You swore
But
a Spider-Man fan. There
This was
is.
my, but then after I planned,
Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, eat shit and die.
Um,
Oh wait, you're
in
already
my
dead.
opinion,
my opinion,
In this-
yeah.
alert,
Yeah.
my Spider-Man's better.
Variation Spider-Man.
Anyways, so
Spider-Man.
what I'm trying to say is that
Sorry.
I wrote like a 3-season like basic description or whatever. And then there was a spin-off series planned that was just Batman Beyond, but with Silk and Old Man Peter Parker for
No
some
wonder
reason.
why Silk was on your fucking top 10 list one year.
I don't
I
know.
want her to be the main
that
protagonist
was
so
a
you can look at
few
her
years-
ass in every scene.
The only thing I ever came up with that series is that it's like Batman Beyond, so like Peter's training and he's like old and angry for some reason. And then the other idea was that Anti-Venom was being developed by I think it was Oscorp by an old man Harry. And
Old man Harry?
yeah, okay, it gets bad.
Harry
Hold on.
Old
It gets
Man?
yeah, Harry Old Man was working on basically he was taking the leftover symbiote from the end of the previous series and he was using the symbiote as a way to cure cancer. And the anti-venom was the cure for cancer, I guess, but it didn't It didn't work, obviously.
That's
And
fucking
then,
Ultimate Spider-Man Venom.
Yeah, it's
oh, is
literally
it?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
cancer curing suit.
I literally thought I was like the most creative thing ever when I came up with it. I
Bro,
guess
you
not.
probably fucking heard it in a video or something, and you're like,
Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't.
forgot about it, and you're like, oh, I'm taking
Maybe
that.
I just always associate. I don't know why. I always look at Anti-Venom and I go, he looks like a cure
Or
for
you heard like
cancer. I don't know
Aiden or
how.
Thatch talk about it at some point,
Probably,
Yeah.
probably. But it was just weird that that was something in my brain that I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then Cindy punches him in the head a couple times, and then he dies.
She punches Harry Man in the head.
No, is
I
Harry
love-
isn't the Harry isn't the he just
I know
created
why-
the cure for
I
cancer.
know why Braden's obsessed with Silk, and it's because she is a hot woman
Oh.
that is literally made to fuck Spider-Man and like
No,
destined to
that's not
fuck him,
why.
and that's what he wants. He wants a woman who's destined
No.
to fuck him.
Unironically, I think the reason why I like her is so much is that art that they did for her comic. I just think it's really cool. It's not even like I don't like the silk like suit. I think it looks stupid. Okay,
Yeah, you think she looks really cool in the art. In her skin tight
I do.
suit.
it's nice art. It's a good style.
Uh-huh.
Sue me,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sue me.
which one? Braden, which one do you prefer? When she?
It's the
one that they make up, or
Let
is
me
it-
let me. No, I
or the
hate
one
the
that-
web.
Yeah, pull it up.
I don't
Okay.
hate it. I'll pull it
No,
up.
he
I'll show
definitely
you
doesn't
guys.
hate it.
Hi,
He's
are you
jerks
recording
to it.
this?
Yes, I am.
I haven't. I don't think I ever have done that.
This is the
I would
cold
tell you
opening.
guys if I have. Pull up google.com. Silk.
This is
this
Braden's
is-
Haley Steinfeld.
This is the
It's
worst.
not.
cold open. Well, you know what? Lay had his where he got like he felt like he was being exposed. So I don't think with Braden this is as severe because Lay was literally like
Because he was literally.
Lay was
This is
Lay was getting into it, and yeah, Lay was like.
wait. I gotta. I found it. Hold on. I really like this comic cover. I'm trying to find a good. There it is. Why is it so low quality? I like this artist. I think he does. Well, no.
I think I know which artist you're talking about. Yes, go ahead.
You
And,
probably know what I'm talking about.
I think
I'm
I
trying
know.
to. I've got two actually. I'm trying to send both of them.
I want to
'Cause
say
I really.
his Romero's, maybe.
My name is John Romita Senior.
It was
I just
all-
really like this art. I don't know. I think they're done by
Whoa.
two.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? I'm pretty sure it was
That was
John
the-
Romita Sr.
I think they're done by two
That's
different
what-
people, honestly, but they do look both
Yeah,
very. I
that's-
like the style on both of them.
That was a different
Where's the
artist
art?
I was thinking of.
Send it.
This is what I said pop pics. This is what I think of when I think of Silk. I don't think of any of the other stuff. So
Yeah, you're a fucking liar.
no, I swear to God, hand on God,
Mhm.
I swear it to the
You
nine.
have
Yeah,
searched on
yeah.
Google Images Marvel Silk hot way too many times. I know it.
I've literally
I have
never
access
done
to your
that.
Google account.
And guess what? I will admit that I would have done that, and I'm not admitting that I haven't done that.
Uh-huh.
And if I have, then it was a fever
He
dream, and I
has
don't
not.
remember it.
well, you're
Because
about
he
to
has
because I'm
not.
gonna make it happen.
Okay,
Oh.
trying to gaslight me. I see how it is.
Well, I have
That would
access
be-
to your Google account.
I would just tell you guys. I would not be lying this hard about it if this was the
Look,
case.
I'm not. Look,
I would be like, I
Look,
thought.
You're about to
I'm
open your
not-
Google you're about to open your Google Photos app one day and it's just gonna be full of silk pics that I've downloaded.
You're a
Yeah.
you're a master
To
manipulator.
frame you.
You're a master manipulator. It's not even
Epic.
cool.
Brandon, I'm not saying that I don't believe you.
Thanks, Aiden.
'Cause,
I know you got my back. It's funny when I first mentioned Silk. I know you used to get really bad that I talk about Silk. You'd be like, "God damn it," because she does have a really bad. Her origin, her
Yeah.
entrance is terrible.
She's
It's probably one of.
literally a character
I do not-
the creator
I
made
do
to
not
fuck
like
Spider-Man.
Silk.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is a crazy comic book creator. That's almost as bad as the fart of Harley Quinn or whatever they're doing now.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
it's-
the fart of Harley Quinn is way worse. That might be the worst thing I've seen in a hot minute. It's pretty bad.
Because many a character has been made so that Spider-Man can bone them. Let's be
Oh, yeah.
honest.
Oh wow,
Most
guys,
female
kind
characters.
of,
Basically any
Kinda
female
completely-
character in that comic book.
What's up, Aiden?
completely unrelated from everything else we're talking about, but there's
Fair enough.
I was bummed out that Disney Plus took down the first 4 Indiana Jones films
They did.
randomly,
It's
no reason,
losers.
but they just added them back. I don't know why. I don't know why they were taken away in the first place. But that was I literally got because I never owned the Blu-ray set. I bought the
Oh.
4 movie Blu-ray set. I got it for
I need to get
Christmas
that.
because of that
Because people
reason.
were saying
So
that they
I'm like,
probably
well,
sold the streaming rights.
yeah.
Really?
So I'm
And then
going
they
to be in
bought
the
them back
streaming.
or something. Once they
No, they
realized
probably
that
just changed their mind or
Yeah, but
something.
why did you have to take it
uh,
off your platform and then
I
put
have
them back
no
on?
idea.
Like, you know.
So
But no,
bizarre.
nonetheless, having this is great. So I
Or
wanted
they
to
like
try.
tried to sell the streaming rights and the deal fell through or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to look it up if anything, if there's like an article about it.
There's a 50-page article about it.
I just spelled Indiana Jobs.
Indiana Jobs.
It'd be a
I,
bajoba. We have Dial of Destiny and Dial of Destiny a special look. Cool.
yeah.
Thanks. That's exactly what I want.
Aren't you so happy about that?
Well, I can't wait to watch Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny a special look 60 times.
And then watch the
Yeah.
actual movie.
No, just the special look. I need a lot more build up to watch that movie again.
Hmm. The first 20 minutes is fine. Just deepfake Ford I cannot stand. So
deep fake Ford.
yeah.
No, I didn't like Aiden. I didn't like AI deep fake Ian Holm. I didn't like that at all.
That was way worse.
Bizarre. That was really
Way
strange.
worse. And in the movie for way too long. So
I don't know why they felt the need to do that because I was
I
pretty
don't know
confident
either
that he
they
died
should have kept
already.
him completely in the shadow because everyone knew who that was. He did not need to show his face. He did not need to speak. He could have had it automate, like kept the voice over like an automated message
Or
or
just
something.
make it a different guy. It didn't need to be him. He
Yeah, no,
died.
yeah, exactly.
They brought him
should've-
back just to die
Yeah.
again. Like there's no point.
I don't
That robot's
understand.
life cycle is he was alive, then he got his head cut off, and then we thought he died, and then they brought him back, and then he almost died again, and then he actually died. It's so
Yeah.
confusing. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it. But
It's
here we are.
useless as hell.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the All Things Geek podcast. My name is Tyler, also known as Brian Kasai. I'm joined by the man whose name starts with a beat.
Braden or Rizolian.
The man whose name starts with an 8.
Aiden.
We
It
have
is.
a light week, so we've got a bit of a time filler at the end that we're gonna get to, but not right now. To start with, does anybody have any shows and tells?
Me do. Do you have any? Do you guys have anything?
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I mean, I always got something.
I always got something kicking around.
I don't know. Yeah, I do. I got
while you're thinking of something, I'll go through mine.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I had my.
I have like 3 things here I got this week. So.
Oh, cool. Me
got
too,
anything.
actually. I got my Big Bad Nami in the mail from Big Bad Toy Store. Guess what? Yeah, Nami's back there.
You did not emphasize the toys. I think that would have been like, what the fuck?
I got my Big Bad Nami. No.
Nami.
I don't know what I might hold on to it. I might actually sell it. I don't. This is the first time I've ever felt like selling a One Piece duplicate. So
Damn.
who knows? I mean, it's a fine figure, but I don't think I need 2 of them. I don't know. She's okay.
Me since I'd canceled my pre-order.
Oh, you want Nami?
I did, but then I realized she didn't have
I
an
actually,
so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna spend that much money.
True.
I was just looking at the prices. Like the Indiana Jones Lego set's just retired, and I have the Soul set, and it's already like 4 times the price.
Damn.
It's 1.4. Yeah,
That's
and
fucked
it
up.
just
I
retired.
missed out.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the hell was that? Did someone just
I only
message?
got the one, and I was looking at the Willis like a few months ago, and I was like, I should probably get that, but nope, guess not.
Why did a
Sorry,
Discord notification go off?
That was me, I think.
That was you? Oh, weird. Okay. That was very
Yeah, I got
strange.
I'm on another
Okay.
chat.
And then, as previously teased from our top 10, which I just finished last night, Ty, great job. It was so fun to go back and listen to that conversation.
Enjoy it.
YOLO Park Starscream, in the flesh. He is really good. There's still some things I'm getting used to. All right.
Let's fucking go!
So you guys, you do need to put batteries in, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. Interesting. 'Cause I thought mine was defective. I immediately started like slapping the gun next to his head, and I was like, "It's not working."
It's
Uh,
not working.
he's great though. I mean, I don't want to repeat what everyone else has said, but he's very good. Uh, he's very solid. It's so cool, and he will be in a video very soon. So, I'm
Hell
jumping.
yeah.
I'm jumping on that gate. And then just today, this is the weirdest, most out-of-pocket purchase, and you guys might judge me, but Aiden knows why I got this. I got the Jonah Hex and General 2-pack here. Out of context, this is so strange. Uh, and even in context, it's kind of unnecessary. This horse is massive, by the way. Jesus Christ, that is a big ass
That
horse.
is a lot bigger. Does
That is
Jonah
a-
have a cloth
yes, he
coat?
does. That's kind of why I got him. Which again, kind of a waste of money. But you know what? They've got
Oh,
guns. They got some
is it
belts. They
trench
got
coat?
huh?
Is it a trench coat?
Yeah, it's a trench coat. It's hard to
Oh,
see. But
I want to get for Punisher. Sorry.
does he wear like a bright trench coat like that?
I mean, I can dirty it up.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, it's for the
Smell like
it's
shit
like
in here.
he has like a trench coat on with that. So
This
look,
was,
I was gonna
it's
buy
interesting.
one.
We'll see what I do with that very quick, very
I like
soon.
Jonah Hex as a character.
I don't know,
Um,
damn shit. He's a cowboy with a messed up face. That's all I
you
know
should
about
you
him.
should
Only buy
watch
it for
you
the
should
trench
watch
coat?
And the horse. And the
Okay.
horse.
Okay.
you
I
should
know there's
watch
other
the
McFarlane horses out there, but it was a package deal. Also, they have
you
some
should watch
fun
the
revolvers and stuff
Batman.
in there. I'm actually
Watch
shocked
the
this comes with
Batman.
revolvers. I'm shocked. DC doesn't usually do that. That's crazy.
No, they got over that.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got over that like a year
Yeah,
ago.
right before they made a Sergeant Rock figure, which he comes with no weapons. That's
Oh, yeah. That is cringe.
I
Okay.
wanted to, well, he looks like shit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
He looks like your dad, Aiden.
No, he doesn't.
I love my dad, but he does not look rough like that.
He needs to be
Yeah,
10 times more
rough,
red.
as in ugly. That figure is
Yeah,
ugly.
yeah, it
True.
is ugly.
I didn't mean to
What
call
do
your
you
dad
got?
ugly.
You won't show it.
He would not be. He would agree with you, but
Okay.
I'll just get the new Red Hulk figure.
Yeah. That is your dad. Aiden, what'd you get this week, bud?
All right, so my
Renegade.
first figure of the year was one that I would never really expect, I guess, because I've been on a slow roll with Black Series, like fading out.
Yeah.
Aside when it comes from Clone Troopers, but I have never
Oh,
gotten
yeah.
a Best Seller Mando. But I got the Ringworld one from the Book of Boba Fett wave. I wanted this damn fabric cape because it's awesome. It's got the little tears at the end. It's a perfect Mando. You got the backpack, you got the little knife. He's got the dark saber, which looks better than the one I got when I got Moff Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
and the helmet is miles better. Um, God, I got this guy. I was like, well, I kind of want to make a Star Wars video again because I did one with like Cad Bane and Boba Fett years
Mhm.
ago. But yeah, I've been messing with this guy every day since I've gotten him, and he's excellent. I really like him. Not perfect still, but a lot better than I just had the first release since 2020. So I've
Yeah.
been desperately needing an upgrade, and I found this in stores for like $30. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get them. So I'm very happy with them. And then I got two 2025 Lego mech sets. The first one being Spider-Man mech versus Anti-Venom, which we've never gotten in Lego before with the new web piece. So I was like, I gotta get that. And the big one I really wanted quite a bit because it's been since 2018 since we've got this character in a set. The Superman versus Lex Luthor Superman mech. Yeah, and it's baller. I mean, I don't really. The mech sets are great for me when it comes to parts. Like I want to use for afterwards for like mocks and different characters, mostly like with little robots on other things I'm working on. But yeah, I just finished the Superman set. I decked him out with like boots and the red undies and the proper hairpiece. He's phenomenal. I love having a good proper Superman again. I used to have the Lex Luthor set back then, and here's Lex. He looks sick. He's got kryptonite, and I love the armor on him. That's very modern comic like. And Anti Venom here, pretty cool. Not my favorite, but one of the better symbiotes or Venomized Venom characters. So not Venomized. He's not Venomized, but yeah, symbiotes. Um,
He's
yeah,
anti-venomized.
yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this stuff. That's what I got this week.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, this is what Starscream does when Megatron's hitting it from behind.
Titty missiles, Megatron!
See, he's fun.
Yeah, he's great.
That's
I'm
awesome.
glad you finally got him. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah,
Already a
I'm
top
going
10
to
contender?
I don't know about that.
Oh,
Gets
wow.
the
Wow.
Hi. There's
You're
nothing that's
objectively
come out
wrong.
yet.
You're objectively wrong.
I can't do a top
He's
10 contender yet.
Lay's number 1 and my number 3. You're objectively wrong.
But I'm saying nothing has come out yet this year.
Also coming from the biggest Starscream fan.
Yeah, but again, nothing's come out
wrong.
this year, so he
You
can't be on the
disappoint
top
me.
10 if
Wrong.
nothing has come
Wrong.
out.
All right.
Wrong.
Thanks, Aiden.
All right, moving
He's
on.
always
We're gonna have like a Mega Man situation here again.
Oh yeah, he's gonna silence me.
We don't need that.
You shall not be silenced. That was so
All right.
rude.
Yeah, cry about it.
I still am.
Moving on, 5K Toys teased that Bro Toys is going to be making Ada Wong from Resident Evil, which is very exciting. It's got
I wish I knew who that was.
Ada.
She's the hot Asian lady.
Oh,
That's a good character.
Now he
description.
knows.
Well, obviously it's not the other guy.
Yeah.
no, I was hoping it was the other guy, but
Yeah, the one
Classic
that
Ada.
is only in one picture, Ada Wong. Yeah. It's interesting because she has like a soft goods like sweater dress, but then she has sculpted legs, which they haven't done yet for the Bro Toys figures. So that's an interesting choice because I had to spend hours and bought way too many legs to try to replace the legs on the Jill figure when they could have just fucking made it have sculpted legs instead and sort of the ugly pants that it had. But whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a little odd, a little annoying. Also, 5K earlier, I didn't talk about this then, but they teased that they're gonna make a Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 as well, and so that is very exciting.
Nemesis.
So hopefully I'll be getting some more Resident Evil figures.
He seems a little small, or is that just me?
He's kind of huge. I don't know what you mean.
I think isn't he bigger than that even?
I don't think so.
Okay. I guess he's pretty big. I for some reason I thought he was like way bigger than that.
No. That seems about
All
right.
right. Fair enough. Did they do Mr. X or whatever his name is?
Yeah,
Professor
they have
X? Oh, they should do
I
that.
don't think I wouldn't get a Mr. X if they did him though.
You don't like Mr. X?
He's just an incel in a black trench coat and with a fedora.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Exactly.
true. All right.
The only way
fair
I
enough.
would get a Mr. X is if I could get a selfie series head of you and make a Braden X.
That's not
Picture.
nice.
But that'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
if
you
I
did.
made
You
edit.
did do that. Yeah, you did. I remember now.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be nice. It's just funny.
It's just real.
It's real. It's real.
It's real.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have to say about that one.
I hate that image so much. It's too real.
It's very good.
I literally look like a. I don't know how to describe
oh my
it.
god! I thought that was
like
like a Tombstone thing before because it looked like
It's Mr. X.
Brady looked
from
like
Resident
Tombstone from the Spider-Man Insomniac games.
do not look like Tombstone from the sun. That's not right.
Yeah, no,
That is not
not
cool.
At all.
This
That
is
is
fucked
not
up.
what he looked. Not what he looks like in those games.
This is not cool. This is fuck. That is fucked.
Tombstone in the Resident Evil games looks more like Rangus.
You say Tombstone in the Resident Evil games?
And in the fucking
That's-
Spider-Man games. Sorry, I'm thinking about two
Gotcha.
different video game franchises at the same time.
Fair. It's hard.
Resident Evil, Resident
Resident-
Spider.
You can see that resemblance is uncanny.
Oh,
It is.
yeah. He needs more. He needs more wrinkles, but yeah.
He does.
Well,
he's you know, it's
this
when
is-
he was
this is young.
It's his origin
Yeah,
story.
This is
young.
This is young X. This
Yeah.
is young X.
I'm
before
glad
he
it's
was
I remember
young X.
seeing. I remember seeing that photo. I was like, I have no idea what Braden's supposed to be there.
I'm something special, man.
Oh yeah, well, you are to me.
You're
Yes.
a special boy.
Aw. That's
All
so
right,
wholesome.
moving on. Most of that's gonna get cut out. Nuh-uh! Friendly Spider-Man released a trailer of the new Marvel animated series that's coming soonish. I think this month. I think.
Less than a
January.
month now. January
Yeah.
29th, I believe.
Man, this month I was
Hmm.
right.
Or yeah,
Uh
29th. I'm sorry, we got a lot coming in this month because Dogman comes out January 31st.
oh
So
snap!
and that
Aiden's
week's
gonna be the first one
that
in
week's
the
gonna
He
be
is.
big. I
Aiden's
will.
gonna
I will.
be waiting in line in front of the theater 24 hours before the movie
yeah,
releases.
Yeah, I'll be
to
standing
make sure he
outside
gets
for
the best seat, even though that's not how that works
no
anymore.
reason. I was
The
going through
theater
the
will
art
be
book,
empty around him, and he'll still have the best seat.
dude.
Probably.
I'm
Theater
getting
probably
so
will be
excited
empty.
by everything I'm reading in the art book because it does spoil most of the movie, but
Why are
I'm
you
not
reading it, you nerd?
Yeah, I mean you've already read the
because
book, you know the plot.
yeah, it's I know what they're going to be handling in the movie just by when the trailer
Aiden.
came out. So I was like, oh,
Aiden.
for
Aiden. That's fine.
these
That's
plot
fine.
lines and these characters, and I'm like, that's everything I want to see. So,
Hmm.
I guess that's
yeah,
fair.
it's gonna be great. But anyway,
Yeah, but
yeah, we got the
Spider-Man.
your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
trailer, and
I like your
uh,
As the
shitty
resident
neighborhood
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
expert, Aiden, you're the authority on this.
yes, so
I have
I mean,
opinions too, but
I
I'll
do
share
have
them later.
yeah,
opinions
yeah. Well,
also as well. Nobody
Yeah.
wants
everyone
to
will
hear
like
my
to chime in.
opinions because they're bad, I'm
Oh,
sure.
No, it's opinions are opinions, so we can agree or disagree, or agree to disagree.
or
So
we can just hate each other and yell at each other and be
no,
Yeah.
angry.
let's not do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather not do that.
Why don't we have a cool
Um,
Fuck
sport?
yeah!
so yeah, with this trailer, it's not half bad. We finally get a full like intake of what the show's going to be like, and I feel
Mhm.
like it's still not enough to really have myself gauge a whole opinion of whether I'm going to like it or not, because
Yeah.
it really needs to show what this take of Spider-Man really is trying to do outside of just
Mhm.
being having elements of the MCU Spider-Man, but also paying huge homage to the Steve Ditko Spider-Man as well, and definitely tackling with like uh new villains in a way, or villains we really haven't seen before. And it definitely with the biggest thing is the animation. I'm still like right down the middle on it. In some ways, I like it. It works in action sequences, but when it's mostly like character interaction, sometimes it looks kind of rough.
Yeah.
But I really have to see it in a full, like, animated episode. I don't know how many there are going to be for the season, how many episodes we're going to get. But I'm kind of in the middle. It's a Spider-Man show. So, and getting a new animated one because we've been due for a new one for such a long time.
Mhm.
I'm really excited on that regard, and I'm excited to see how they're going to tackle certain characters because we're going to be getting Scorpion in this and Doctor Octopus. We're getting Norman Osborn. But there's a lot of things like Spidey having like 50 different suits. I don't know how to feel about that, especially when it's like starting outside of right after the homemade suit. It's a future foundation they're teasing that's coming from
Mhm.
Oscorp. So it seems like the show's going to be taking different routes in many ways of telling a standard Spider-Man story, especially through animated form. So I'm curious of how that's going to play out, but I'm cautiously excited for the show. I'm going in with open eyes and open heart and open arms, just to see how it's going to be. I'm not 100% sold on the animation, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I don't think it looks bad in some shots. Like I said, when you see Spidey swinging around the city in action sequences, I think it looks really good. But yeah, it wasn't ideal for what I was like visioning before because with it looked like a lot of the art we saw and concept was on 2D. So like, wow, that would look just it would thrive in that style because the art style is phenomenal. I love the art style. It's just the animation of how it's being done. I don't know if it's right for it, but that's the biggest thing I have going into with the show. But I'm definitely gonna watch it. Definitely gotta check it out. It's Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm not. You think I'm not gonna watch it? I mean, when it comes to the related stuff with the villains, like Craven movie, I'm not in a rush to see it. So, but I hope the show invigorates some good life back into Spidey being an animation, and I'm looking forward to seeing Daredevil in the show and Doctor Strange and how connective world this is. We see Captain America with in a
Mhm.
photo with Norman Osborn for a second, and I was kind of like, oh, I love the world building. So I'm curious to see more of that. I don't know. There's a lot we yet have to see from the show, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not like over the moon about it. So
Okay.
yeah, what do you guys think?
think it sucks ass. No, just kidding. No, I mean I like your.
Braden just
I
like,
like your.
I think it sucks ass.
Yeah. That's what
Sorry,
Jonah,
I was playing with
yeah.
Cowboy here.
Cowboy.
He's kind
Jonah
of fun.
Hill.
Yeah, Jonah, what the shit?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah, what
Jonah
the
Hill.
heck?
Jonah H.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, I mean, the animation does look really rough. It's unfortunate because, like I said, the style when we first saw like the 2D, it was like, oh, it looks so comic booky and fun. I like that. But seeing everything in motion definitely makes things a little bit more like, there's some cheapness to it, which is, I mean, X-Men 97 was like one of the best looking animated projects
Oh yeah.
in a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
So it's
Dude,
a
when that
thin,
first shot came out of the team, like
yeah,
when Cyclops was like, "To me, my X-Men," and
yeah.
it was worried because it looked like a bad 3D render, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope the show does not look like this." That's why I was hopeful with Friendly Neighborhood because
Mhm,
X-Men didn't totally have me sold by everything I saw in the marketing and the trailers.
mhm.
So I'm kind of hoping going to this show I can have a
It'll
similar
be it'll be
thing.
something better, maybe. It's
Yeah,
hard though because the style is just
Yeah, they
I
show a
it
lot
seems
in
like
this
what we
trailer
see is
though.
what we're gonna get,
Yeah.
but I don't
they
know.
I know for a fact that it looks a lot like the Ultimate Spider-Man game, a lot, and that game is really old, so it doesn't, it's a game
Yeah.
from like
Um
2004 or something. Let me look it up actually.
this trailer gave me, so look, I'm sure it will be, I'm not sure. Uh I have a feeling it will be a well-written show, a well-acted show. Good fun storylines. I'm sure it's gonna have way too fucking many costumes because we've seen way too many costumes because they want to sell all the toys. That's okay. It's a
Oh,
kid show.
dude, can I just say real quick because I saw this on the marketing?
Uh-huh.
I cannot wait because I love the classic suit in this show. I think it looks fucking perfect. And if they will make a figure of him,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to see that. That's it.
Back to the
But
rant. Yeah.
uh, we all remember Iron Man Armored Adventures. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
This
love,
show,
I love the
I
show.
love that show. Visually, it aged like milk. This
Yes.
show's gonna age like milk, I think. And it
Yeah.
does. I
Well,
don't think
dude,
these
like literally we were
visuals.
saying before, it's like a meld between that show and MTV Spider-Man. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, and with
and
like a
I don't like
Fortnite
MTV
cartoon
Spider-Man.
filter over it.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
remind me of the Fortnite like game filter. The Ultimate Spider-Man game came out in 2005. So there's a little,
Yeah.
I
I
mean, it
think
looks like
that
something
I don't
old.
know. I call me crazy. I think Ultimate Spider that game looks better than the shows.
Yeah, because it's a stylized game, but this
Yeah.
looks like
But you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
Thatch made a good point about this, as I think he would say this if he was here. And Ultimate
Unfortunately, he
Spider-Man does
can't
this
be
as well.
because he passed away tragically. Rest in
Yes,
peace.
he
He
did.
did.
We may
They're spreading his ashes in the land
this
of
episode is
Hawaii.
dedicated to him. The comic panels used in certain shots and like in sequences. I love that. That's a great inclusion in the animation. That's something I was just thinking of, like I said, because of Ultimate Spider-Man did a similar style, kind of like Ang Lee's Hulk, and like the whole film's done in like weird panels that cross over, and
We
you know,
mustn't speak of that film. We
uh,
mustn't.
it was a
We
Fans fucking
mustn't.
hate
it was a
that movie
visually
so much.
daring visually comic book
Yes,
film.
yes, it
So
was a
I
bold
that is
decision
that
for a
movie is a
boring ass
full
movie.
There's a
guilty
brave.
pleasure. Guilty pleasure of a film. I love it in some ways.
Oh
So
wow, the truth comes out.
Just guilty. That's just a guilty film. I feel guilty about having ever watched it.
Or Aiden, he can't win. He's like, I like this. At times, like, I don't like it.
I watched it
He's
with my
like-
dad, and my dad was like, "Oh, it was all right," and I was like, "I fucking hated that."
Yeah, but don't you like when the dog punches him in the
fuck.
dick? Or the
The dog
dog?
doesn't
He
punch him in
punches.
the dick. He punches
All
the
right,
dog in the
he
dick.
punches the dog in the dick. Yeah,
And look,
it's a
have I
classic
wanted
scene.
to punch a dog in the dick a couple times because I've
Yeah.
owned some awful dogs? Sure, but
Wait,
that was
what are we
awful.
talking about?
It was horrible. We're talking about
Remember-
fucking Deadly Hulk for some reason.
Oh.
We're on a whole
I
tangent.
love.
that we shouldn't
I
be
always
on.
see the sequences of him fighting the dogs, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What I am excited for with this show, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a solid. How many episodes is this? Do we know?
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm
Know.
gonna give
I
it a
don't
solid chance. I am excited to see all the other heroes like Doctor Strange. We know Daredevil's gonna be in it.
It's
Yeah.
the not to voice Kingpin in it.
Yes.
Kingpin's in
I
it.
hope that Captain America does show up in it because they tease him. So like, pay it off, please. You designed him. So yeah, I'm interested to see that and the different suits, and it'll be interesting. Maybe Fantastic Four will be in it because they've always been such a big part of Spider-Man's
I
history.
would love that.
Just saying, it's something that nobody's ever capitalized on in a cartoon show. So really, I'm just saying. But yeah, I think visually the show might age like milk. But
Let's hope it's actually really good and there's like some crazy levels of animation we're not seeing, but I doubt it.
It would have been much better if it was like a 97, high budget.
Oh yeah.
2D show for the most part.
Well, I don't know why they haven't like done anything yet with
Apparently
that.
They made like 3 shitty 2D Spider-Man shows in a row, and now they're doing this, and that's unfortunate.
They're gonna be doing 10 episodes apparently.
10 episodes.
Okay.
Not bad. That's a pretty.
It's gonna be very episodic, I imagine, with how many suits we've seen. It's gonna be like a new season episode, pretty much.
They got confirmed for season 2, I believe, as well.
Oh, already. Interesting.
Goes back. So
Okay.
if we're not going to see all of them this season, I imagine we're going to see, more going into the second
Well, we
season.
probably won't get the Fantastic Four in this season, but maybe in season 2 then, since
Yeah,
That makes
they'll
sense.
have an MCU film at that point.
Yep.
And they're coming in. The Fantastic Four are like they're popping in to the modern zeitgeist. Like they're coming to Marvel Rivals too this
They
year.
are
So
all at once for the next
Thank
season.
God, it's about damn time.
It's like-
Everyone's gonna calm down about them gooning over their looks because they're.
I mean,
you know,
can you blame? Have you seen the thing? Have you seen the thing? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Reed's got a nice full beard in the Rivals.
Yeah.
It's pretty
He
good.
does got kind of a whack ass haircut, but that's okay.
He does have a little bit of like a Gen Z haircut.
They gave him like a weird like bowl cut. I don't know. It's
Not
very
a
odd.
bowl cut. What are you talking about?
It's kind of bowl cut
No,
looking.
it's not. It's like messy.
It's like a bowl cut, but it's like sweeped off to the side. I don't know how else to describe it. Based on the image I
It's
see,
objectively not a bowl cut then.
it's a bowl cut, but it's sweeped with the wind.
No, a bowl cut isn't sweeped. A bowl cut is straight down.
It can be sweeped.
No, my guy, he's got like
The wind is blowing the bowl cut in the wave.
No, that is not a bowl cut. What are you
If
on
it
about?
was centered, it would be a bowl cut. Yes.
No, that's like some fucking like Stranger Things like young kid haircut. Like he's young and he's
I'm not
young.
That is a bowl cut. What do you mean you're not engaging? You need to prove me right.
No one else's hair is swept in the wind.
Brayden-
That's just his
Brayden-
hairstyle.
Oh, bowl cut is when you look at like Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner from the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bowl
Or
cut.
I had
fucking
a
Will
guy.
Byers.
I had a bowl cut when I was a kid, Brayden. That is not a bowl
It's
cut.
not a
all
bowl
right?
That is a
cut. You're
bowl cut.
objectively wrong. I don't know why you're trying to die on this hill.
The only hill I'm dying on is Haunted Hill.
We're talking more about Reed Richards' haircut than we are the actual like design.
What we should be talking about. I'm just saying.
Oh my god! All right.
You
Yeah,
missed
the
it,
thing.
bro.
The
No,
Yeah.
thing and his
That
big
thing.
glutes.
that thing. The
Don't even
suits are
give
cool.
me
I like the suits.
started.
I
Not
hope we
again.
get.
Yeah, I don't know.
hope we
I'm
get some,
not.
like
I was just
Marvel
talking
Rival
to.
figures at some point because the designs are cool.
I was just talking to Thatch about the designs, and I think it goes with a lot of the Marvel Rivals designs, especially like Spider-Man, where I don't hate them, but they're all right. You know,
They're not for you.
A lot of them are like really overcomplicated, and then the art
Yeah.
style also like visually overcomplicates things.
Yes,
it's a lot
yes.
of like it's like
I get
a
it.
double whammy.
but I
It's
like.
not if you're looking for comic
They
accuracy.
took the
Yeah.
white over the blue as like a primary color,
Mm-hmm.
for the suit. I think that's a cool design choice. That I was just like, I like that. That's
I
neat.
do really. I
Which
mean,
the
I
Fantastic Four have done before, but it was white and black, right?
Right, but it's so prominent here.
when did they do white and black? What was
It
that?
makes them more look like
that's where the Future
astronauts
Foundation suit
and
comes from.
explorers.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Yeah,
and Herbie's.
I think those designs would be really great translated into figures, because then you don't have the art style like filter over it.
do you
Oh yeah.
think they ever like Legends or Hasbro would do like a whole Legends
I don't know
wave?
if Legends will do it. It doesn't
I
seem
mean,
like
I
something.
hope so, but
I feel like SH Figure Arts is going to tackle it or something like that.
no, I don't think
Um,
so. They wouldn't. I mean, there's
no,
30 characters in the base game. They would
I'm
never.
not saying they would get very far. I'm saying they do a couple
No,
designs and give up. That's what they would do.
I don't think so.
I think they would. They would
I think
try.
if anyone, it'd be like Reveltech because of the designs.
Well, that would make sense. I'd be okay with that. I'm just saying, they have the Marvel license already.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, moving on because
Hey,
Braden
your
needs to
camera
leave in
blurred.
20 minutes.
Blurred.
No, I'm okay.
What if? I didn't watch it. Braden didn't watch it. Aiden did. Take it away.
I watched most of season 3, aside from the last 12 minutes, because I was trying to
Braden,
finish
you're out
it
of focus, by the
before.
way.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him, but he's like, "No, I'm fine." I'm like,
No.
okay,
Wait, how long have I been out of focus
I
for?
don't know. I just noticed
like
it.
a minute. Like a minute. Yeah. Um. So we just from
There you go.
December 22nd to what? It was like the end of the year, almost essentially.
Something
I
like
guess.
that.
I don't know.
I don't
I
remember.
wasn't watching every day, but they put out the last season of What If every day, one episode a day, like towards the end of the
I
year.
think it was
Similar to
last
what they did
Saturday because it was
last
after. It was
Saturday.
like a day or two after we recorded.
Okay, so that was like, yeah, it was before the end of the year, I guess. But it was 8 episode season again. They did a similar schedule when they did season 2.
Yeah.
I had quite a bit of a hard time getting through this season. It's like the ones I really only cared about were like the later half. But let me pull up the episode titles.
I only watched one episode, so that
Yeah.
tells you
Yeah.
how
Well,
Just
interested I
when I
because
was.
was
he
still
told you to.
when we were at Thatch's,
Yeah,
I watched the What If Hulk fought the Mech Avengers, and we kind of gave our opinions on that. It was like dumb fun. I actually liked What If Agatha Went to Hollywood a lot more than I imagined.
Really?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one. Uh, it's probably one of my favorites of the season, honestly. Well, it's like old school, like Hollywood film, like tribute, and I like all the stuff with like Celestials, and it's a weird twist of like you have a character like Agatha and Kingo from Eternals like working together, but I don't know. I really like the dynamic
Kingo's
they
such a
had, and
drag, though.
I don't know. I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Also, they turned
Uh,
Howard into like a crackhead. He's like,
Yeah, he is.
he's
But
like
that's like
all over
old
the place.
school film director. Yeah, like
Yeah.
just ham it up, give me all you got, on the show. I don't know, I liked it. I actually liked it. It's probably a very unpopular opinion with that. I did not really care for Red Guardian Stealth Winter Soldier. It was fine. It was like Midnight Run, kind of like obviously like buddy road trip kind of thing. It was fun. Red Guardian's always entertaining with like banter, but like going off with a Winter Soldier, I just wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't as engaging for me.
you
It was
guys are the opposite. He liked
Yeah.
that one.
I
well,
did
yeah. It's I
not like
fucking
the Agatha episode at all.
Mhm.
yeah. I figured. I figured. Oh, I thought it was fine. I like the Obadiah Stane cameo when he's
Yeah,
younger.
that's
He's
fun.
like, oh, that
Young
was fun.
Obi.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it kind
Kill
of
him.
the episode dragged in some areas and it just ends and I'm like, okay. So I don't know. It's all right. I think that's an unnecessary episode. I guess Ty could say to the Agatha one, but I was like, they
It's
say
well, the
fun.
whole show's unnecessary. Let's
Um,
be real
Oh
here.
god, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. What if I guess Howard the Duck got hitched, which was the fourth one. That was fun. It got really fucking crazy. I didn't love it. I was just kind of like, what's going on? And I think it's just part of it. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I remember Thatch
it's-
mentioning about
It's a
having
rental
like
plot.
Malekith and then
Hmm.
Caecilius from Doctor Strange, like them meeting each other, like all the character interactions. Everyone after the egg, Howard and uh, Darcy's egg, like it's. I don't know. It
You're a
was
big
fine.
baby child.
It
It was funny that like singing "Kiss" the whole time, and it
it
just like
sure
it's the
happened.
baby. it just it's a
It
series of events
sure
with
happened.
like yeah. I didn't hate it. It
My
was
favorite episode of the season because it's the only one
It's
I
the only
watched,
one you watched.
and it wasn't
um
like I wasn't like annoyed the whole time. So
Episode
it's not.
5 was one I
Yeah.
liked quite a bit, which was the what if the emergence destroyed the Earth? I think that is a concept I really wanted to see ever since they made the Eternals and they introduced What If. Um, and I'm really taking back because this season is definitely implemented of them finally acknowledging other Marvel characters that they have the rights to again, like the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, everyone. So it's really nice that they can put references around, but the fact that they decided to make Mysterio the main villain in this, I was just like sold. So that's kind of where I'm biased towards this episode, but uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's focusing on Riri Williams after the end of the world with being imploded and it's just chunks of the earth. I think the whole concept of that is really cool, and Riri's trying to find a way to kind of keep like stop Quentin Beck. Um, I really enjoyed the episode. Honestly, I like Riri, especially now we got to see a bit more of her outside of just little we saw of her in Wakanda Forever. Um, but I think the different ways that Quentin Beck and Mysterio just kind of uses Stark Tech and controls White Vision, that was all really cool. And then like a lot of stuff is just illusions and going through like the whole Earth as it's split into different pieces of how that's laid out. I wish we had better explosion of that. But the resistance team that Riri was with is so lame. I mean, Wong is the only like cool member of all of them, but I can care less about everyone else that's on that. I just feel like they got the most generic people, and I feel like they should have had a better lineup of heroes to support her in some way. But and then they had fucking power broker in the beginning, so I was so happy when she got a suitcase knocked in her face. That was so satisfying because I hate Sharon Carter. She's so stupid. Um, Not the power broker. It's so stupid. But Mysterio was fucking sick. He's really grizzled and beaten up in this, and it's a cool like reasoning as behind a why. Different design, but I was so shocked that they just took. I don't know. They never mentioned Mysterio ever since Far From Home. I understand why, but just to include him in a random what if episode is just kind of
Mm-hmm.
zonkers to me. So I'm thrilled by that. He looks great, and he was done very well. It just made Mysterio to like a real like big threat, and I love when they utilize him in that way. Mostly you see it in comics, but now in this animation, I love that. So very different take from Mysterio, but very well done. The next one was 1872, which focused more on like Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop. This is kind of like a similar episode in the vein of when we got the medieval one last season. I think I prefer the medieval one in some ways, but I love westerns with all my heart. It's one of my favorite genres of anything ever. Um,
Mhm.
and Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop are looking for the hood because Shang-Chi's looking for his sister. Um, it's well done. It's not like I don't know. They didn't go in certain avenues. I wish they kind of like emphasized more on the Western aspects because it gets kind of technological in some ways, or futuristic, I should say. But it was fine. It was enjoyable. They do like a nice Iron Fist nod as well. I liked that, but didn't enjoy it as much. Actually, Ty will hate the opening fight just because John Walker's in it and he gets
Yeah, I
his
know.
ass
Dad told me.
whooped. Yeah.
And he's
Uh,
racist, apparently.
he is racist. Yeah. I was like, oh damn. But it's a cool moment. It's like a cool action sequence between them. But yeah, one of the better ones I liked, but I was a bit let down by. So the last two are kind of like a one two-parter. It's the first one is what if the Watcher disappeared? Because now after 3 seasons worth of Watcher interfering in several different stories, he finally gets uh he must stand trial for his many interventions
For his
especially in the
crimes.
last few, yeah, his crimes. He was like, "What crimes? I haven't done any crimes. I've helped these people." Um, and we actually get more background on his character and who his high are. That being the what was it? The God, what's his name? I was just looking him up. The intimates. What's his name? The intimate. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Eminence or whatever.
Yeah, the imminent. I think his name. Imminence. Yeah, I think that's his name.
I don't know.
Um, he's Watcher's boss, and they gave
Mhm.
some good context. I mean, I don't know. They kind of like stopped to a certain point, like, why do we watch? I'm kind of, and he's like, well, that's what you're supposed to find out. I'm like, okay. So I don't know. I gotta look back and like rewatch the scene because when it comes to lore stuff, I gotta like watch it 50 times to kind of like, okay, they make sense in every aspect of it. And I love Watcher lore. It's like one of the most fascinating aspects of like the Marvel cosmic side of things,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it has different ones outside of like Huatu. But it was fine. It was fine. And then the last episode gets fucking kind of wild and crazy, but it's fun in a way. So I haven't finished the last episode fully, so I really can't give my full opinion on that. I have like 12 minutes left, so I'm gonna finish that after we're done recording. Maybe I can mention more about it next week, not last week. So yeah, yeah, the Watcher stuff I was really like looking forward to the most of learning about the show, and I'm kind of like I don't know how to feel about it at the moment, but
They love Captain Carter, don't they? This show.
oh
Sure
yeah,
do. Who's
They
the
love
ginger on
her.
the team?
that
That's
is
the
Howard
yeah, that's
Ross.
the daughter.
That's his daughter. That's Birdie.
That's the grown
Who?
up Howard
Oh.
daughter.
Yeah,
That's dumb. Okay.
It's the new
Dawn's
character.
pretty awesome in
Nope.
this, and then Infinite Ultron makes a return in a really cool fashion.
Okay.
I does not care. Um,
Show
all
sucks,
I
man.
saw, all I saw is the ending scene where they show off all the variants that they didn't make episodes about,
Yeah, I haven't gone
which
to that
is
yet.
the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a long time.
Yeah, because a lot of
Because
them look really
it's
cool.
like, why didn't they do that? And like, why did we get an episode where Thor has a big party? Like it's like, I don't know.
Thor has a
I don't.
party.
Ty, when we were talking about this morning, I know you think it's dumb, but
I
I don't
do.
know. It's just it's more interesting than half these ideas.
Yes, yes, I understand. And here's my rationale. If
Mhm.
their most interesting ideas are, what if T'Challa was Star Lord? What if Shang-Chi was Star Lord? What if Thanos was Wolverine? If that's their most interesting ideas,
Mhm.
you don't have much going for you.
No, but
Well,
that's kind of also what I feel like that's what the show should be. I
what if
feel
it
like it
was
should be
never?
fan fiction. I
What
feel
if
like it
was
should.
never? It was never the greatest comic to begin with.
Yeah.
In many regards.
Let
It's
me send
it's
this actually.
it's pure fun with the idea of the concept and just playing with different story tones. Yes, I know a lot of people are looking for different segments of stories or characters being tackled, and a lot I think they
Yeah.
kind of do in
Here's my
slightly different.
thing with the original pitch of What If, the show.
Yeah,
The pitch was, what if this changed? How does that
right.
affect the universe?
Right, just one thing.
Whereas,
That makes
It
what
has,
sense.
if Thanos was Weapon X? How do you get to that point?
yeah,
Like,
but
what one
not
thing
Yeah.
changes to make the
they
universe
straight
happen that way? That doesn't
they
work.
No,
immediately
I
they
wasn't thinking of it like that. That's fair. I
Yeah,
am
but
just
they immediately strayed away from that as soon as they got into season two because it's
Oh,
now
they strayed
what's
away from that like 3 episodes into season one.
that's true. Yeah, well they show of a whole new universe after then. So it's
Yeah.
see
not this new
we got.
it's not
Oh
one
man,
difference. It's like one, whole
there's like
fucking
Hawkeye is like a dragonborn fucking archer. That's kind of
What?
yeah. I think that's what that
yeah.
is.
Yeah, there's a few in there.
He's
I've
like a
seen
dragon. Now,
most
Ty, can you imagine a Dungeons and Dragons themed episode?
They had the opportunity to do that in season two, and they didn't.
Oh, that's so lame.
Instead, they made it about fucking Captain Carter, which I'm so
Of
sick of
course,
seeing Captain Carter.
and she's gonna return in a movie probably. Um, I don't know. I mean, this was the only time I ever like looked at a thing from this entire show and be like, "That's pretty cool." Again, I understand it's
Mhm.
not deep at all,
Yes.
but it's just
Aesthetically,
cool.
they are cool. What really irks me, the
Hmm.
fact that they do show Shang-Chi Star-Lord. You already did T'Challa Star-Lord.
Yeah,
Get
it's
some new
true.
fucking ideas, please, for the love of God.
Well, I think I don't know. And also, this feels like such a middle finger to the end of the show, just being like, look what you could have seen
Yeah,
instead.
look at all these more. Let's introduce Storm at the end of the final season, and then let's show you fucking Thanos Wolverine and all these other things that we could have done instead of
It's
these
just,
meandering lame ass episodes
and
like
guess what?
fucking Howard the Duck and Darcy fucking.
The show is done now, so it's like, okay, bye bye. You know.
It would have been acceptable if they were leading to a season 4, obviously, with that. So, but yeah,
But now it's gone
But
because
also
guess
the
what?
show's so ugly. So like, why?
It is a very ugly show.
I just, it should have. What I think, what if should have been, it should have just been Star Wars Visions. Like it should have just been like a different art style every episode, different like an anthology. It should have been something. I don't think they needed an overarching story, except maybe the Watcher story. If you really want to do that,
Yeah.
go ahead, I guess.
My favorite episodes were always the ones that logically make sense in the universe with like something happens, like the Red Guardian episode where like something different happens, so you get a story that makes sense with everything in the established MCU canon.
Right.
Makes sense.
Whereas like fucking what's her name? What's the Native American girl?
Oh, starts with
Corey, Cowrie.
She's a cool concept, but like that has no they've made up a OC for the show. Like she doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So, and then apparently Bird Woman, they made up another OC for the show. Like it feels like someone's fanfics got in. Like a writer on the show is like, I've got some Marvel OCs that I've had for a while, and I'm finally gonna include them in official canon.
Well, whoever it was, they really like Captain Carter. I mean,
Yes,
that is
they
their
do.
favorite character. I don't know. I appreciate
apparently.
I appreciate your optimistic
Or
outlook
by
on it
Peggy.
all, Aiden, but it doesn't do much for me, and it just these images was like the final nail in the coffin. I went in thinking like, oh, it's just not for me. I'm just not gonna watch it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Whatever. Then this came out, and I was just like, okay, like you're intentionally showing stuff that I would rather be watching as opposed to anything else. And it's like
the first season had a lot of promise, and the art style was new, so we weren't sour on it yet. And then they just meandered and squandered the concept for 3 seasons, and then they're like, hey, check out all these other ideas that were more interesting. Fuck you, bye.
Well, fucking Shogun Ghost Rider is
and then also you only get like 4 or 5 fucking actual what if episodes, and then the last 3 episodes of each season are the crossover.
Yeah, it's dedicated to the scene.
I always thought the crossovers were kind of cringe. Like, I don't know. It doesn't. It's like we need a cool, epic variant multiverse team to fight this guy, and it's just like, okay, I don't know. Sure, I don't know. It's like I remember how cool I thought the Vision episode was the first time I watched that back in season 1. That felt like something that they hadn't done before, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting.
And then you did it, so then don't do it anymore, and then they continue to do it.
Yeah, and then now Peggy Carter's coming through portals, and she's like the god of the new realm.
Peggy gets the fucking Hela helmet and the Infinity Stones on her chest, and it's so dumb in season 2. Like, come on.
Yeah, I didn't watch any season 2, and I've seen 1 episode of season 3.
Yeah, don't watch season 2.
I think I skipped 1 episode in season 1. I think I skipped the Killmonger one. I think that's the only one I never watched.
Sucks.
That was so bad. That's
why everyone told me not to watch it.
I hate Killmonger. People love Killmonger. Yeah. He sucks.
Yeah, he's a loser. I do not like him as a villain. He's not compelling. He's not anything. I don't really.
He was fine in the 1 movie, and then he died, and he's gone forever.
A douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now they love him.
Douchebag.
They love him so much.
They love him.
Anyways, that's all I gotta say. I don't.
What if?
I want to be happy that it's over, except we still have Marvel Zombies coming, so we still have to deal with another show that is in this art style. So
I'm looking for that show though. because the zombie episode is one of my
We've
favorites they've
seen
made.
the cast though, and it's not as interesting as that zombie episode's cast.
He's interested. That's fine.
I don't know. Like,
We have real conflict here on the podcast today, ladies and gentlemen.
It's over. We're done. We can't agree on what if.
How dare you not like the zombie episode? This is over.
You'll
No, I mean,
rue the day you disagreed with me.
I'm kind of interested, but I don't like the what if art style, but
I'm interested in the Marvel Legends from that episode or that miniseries, I guess.
yeah,
It's a
It gives more
miniseries.
zombie figures. That's cool.
Yeah, if anything, if they think it's worth making a whole show about, maybe they have some fun ideas. I don't know. That's
Maybe.
basically that's where I sit at with
maybe. Hey, maybe. The way it can
Maybe
redeem
Peggy
itself
Carter.
is if it gets really fucked up and dark, and it's actually like, something new to watch.
it.
I have a feeling it's just going to be cartoony and campy and silly though.
Really fucked up zombie fucking. Isn't it rated like mature though? Don't we know that, or is that just
I
a
don't know.
rumor?
is
I think it's just,
Okay. Well,
As far-
hopefully it'll be, a fun, like, gory horror time then.
yeah.
anywho.
Okay. Creature Commandos. Breath of fresh air. Because this was a very good episode.
It was.
It was great. This
we
is
got more.
Dr. Phosphorus's origin story episode. Which
Pretty
is
fucked
very
up.
dark, and then it's very silly.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil too much for Braden because he hasn't seen it, and he's gonna
I saw the
catch up
thing
for next
everyone's
week.
talking about.
Oh, you saw Batman?
Oh yeah, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Well,
that was the
Batman's in
only
it.
thing people were talking about.
Basically, Dr. Phosphorus has a tragic backstory, and then he gets his powers, and he becomes a crime boss, and then Batman puts him in his place. And that's kind of the gist of it. And then in the
I like
modern
that-
day... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I'm glad that it was just. I mean, you kind of already figured that Batman was the one that put him in behind bars, but just to have clarification is nice. So
Also, getting some time in Gotham, in the new DCU Gotham, that was fun.
yes, yep.
It just, the opening, it felt like the animated series when the car's driving, and I was like, hey, Gotham. I saw the car, and I was like, Gotham? Nice.
There's a really silly thing I've noticed where people are like, they'll see that screenshot and they'll be like, this is our first look at the DCU Batman. It's like they haven't casted the guy to play him yet.
They
Like,
literally,
calm down.
Literally, James
In
Gunn said
shadow.
they had so much more detail to that Batman. He was like, nope, I'm not ready to commit to any of that.
No,
Black him out.
you shouldn't. That's
show
good.
which Batman has one of the most famous silhouettes of a character there is.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
famous. Utilize that,
Guys, Batman has a yellow belt. Holy shit.
dude. If he
But
does,
I can tell from the shadow he's blue
he does
and
he
gray.
does in the scene. He has a yellow belt in the scene.
Yeah,
There you go.
I
Keep
just
it.
want a gray, blue, yellow belt Batman. That's all I'm saying. I think if
I
they can
prefer
find a
gray
way
and
to
black.
kind of,
And yellow belt, but hopefully we get both.
I like both. I would like both,
Yes.
but
I mean, I'm sure he'll have multiple suits in this.
Oh,
suit.
absolutely.
Like, I'm sure he'll.
You gotta sell toys.
oh yeah,
I would be surprised if he didn't.
oh, it's falling.
Well, sell toys. They're not doing nothing for Creature Commandos, which I guess
That's
it's.
true. But
like-
they'll do a bunch of toys for Superman, I'm sure.
You think Todd would be all over that
there's
shit,
been
but I guess
there's been
not.
all kinds of toy leaks for Superman already, so.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh really?
Yeah, like the whole kaiju thing was spoiled by toy leaks.
Oh damn! I didn't know that.
But yeah, the episode's very good, and then the modern plot. Basically, the teams all split up, and then they have their little misadventures, and they get back to the castle at the end, ready to take down the princess. Phosphorus has a very interesting scene where you think he's going to be irredeemable, and he has a little humanity to him, and that's very good, like that. It's cute. Yeah, very great. It's just a great episode. It's so well written. Frankenstein has a whole monologue, which is very funny because he's just,
Oh my god, it's really funny.
he's just so lame. He's such an incel.
I'm glad you guys like this show.
Do you
It's-
know love?
It's just building up to the final kind of
Yeah.
confrontation with the
Which
castle.
is next week. Next week is the end.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
End of the DCU.
And we're gonna get background on Nina finally because I wanted more
Oh
on.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next week will be her
So
backstory episode, huh? And also the climactic conclusion. So hopefully it's a little longer.
yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
it's a great show.
Rick Flag, Flag
Rick
was out
Flag.
of rag. He was out of commission in this one, man. He was on the
Yeah,
side.
his back was broken. He's beat.
Yeah,
He's getting
Clayface beat
old.
the shit
Yeah.
out of him.
Yeah, Clayface fucked him up. But yeah, I mean every episode has been like that's the next best. That's the newest best episode. So I'm excited for the finale.
Yeah, me
But
too.
it's nice to hear that you switched up because I know you weren't initially a big fan of what there was, but
No, it was just the first two episodes. I had like the animation
you're
was
getting
like
used
kind
to
of
everything.
shoddy. Yeah,
Mm,
but once you get used to it, and then the animation is absolutely improved versus
that's
like
good.
the first episode. And there
That's
hasn't
good.
been like any music cues that have been like actively annoying to me since the first
Nothing
two
that
episodes.
drove you insane. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a couple songs in those first two episodes where I was like, that song sucks.
Yeah,
But
no, it's been a good
since then,
show.
it's been getting better and better.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it has. I think episode 4 is still my favorite with Weasel because it's just so tragic. But yeah, I do love GI Robots episode as well.
J-Robot's great. I mean, yeah, Phosphorus' backstory is like so dark,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's really dark.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really dark. And then yeah, it's I don't know, it's really good. It's really good. It'll be a shame when it's over.
Yeah.
when does Superman come out? July?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Yeah, July 11th.
And that's all we're getting till DC wise until Superman?
Yes, but they are going to be filming Supergirl soon.
And
Well, we
Clayface.
know we know about
Green Lanterns
Lobo.
will also be filming soon.
Clayface
And
is going to
then
be filmed soon.
probably I wouldn't probably not till the end of the year though, because
No, they're saying early, like
oh yeah,
this year.
They're
Yeah.
just
okay, so
jumping
then
on Clayface as soon as possible.
they're gonna be filming a lot of stuff then in this
Yeah,
next few
because
months.
that's coming out next fall. So
And then the Batman Part 2 should be filming by the end of the year.
the Burp Man.
The
Yeah.
Burp Man, yeah.
Isn't that movie not even coming out
The
until 2027
The
now?
delayed 2
Yeah.
years, man.
Jesus.
Someone did say, I guess it was going around today about Mr. Freeze is rumored to be the main villain of the film.
He's
So
gonna freeze Gotham over.
I'm not throwing any belief in that until we really hear something. I would love the Court of Owls. I really would. Be fucking sick. It would work so well.
I
If
think
you ever
if we
read this.
do get the court, there will also be like an actual villain, like a name.
Yeah, because the
villain.
court's not like it's an entity.
Yeah,
It's
the
not a
court's like
single
an
entity.
idea and an
It
organization.
is, but it's so. I mean,
An
you use the
idea,
talent.
Batman.
The talent is there. It's so fucking cool. I read that comic recently. I was like, this is one of the best Batman comics I've read in a long time.
It's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would hope that we get like an actual like a villain as well.
Yes.
You know. But all right, Skeleton Crew. Speaking of
man.
great episodes.
Yeah.
Already?
This was
Damn.
much
Already.
needed. Man, what a. This
We're
is
already 10
probably my
minutes past the time you said you had to leave. So.
favorite.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, isn't it?
This is very good. I think last episode's still my favorite, but this episode is great.
Yeah. I just love that we finally got some more background on KB.
Yes, much needed.
Yeah.
They came way too late for that character, which
Yeah,
is unfortunate.
but
But it's good.
This was a great episode to show that. It was
Mhm.
really well done. And I love that the kids finally had a scenario where they couldn't result to any other help except themselves
Yeah.
and have them be
No
mix and match.
hand-holding, yeah.
Yeah,
And a
mix-
lock in.
They barely scraped through this episode as well.
yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
man, it is. I like the last 5 minutes. I was just like, oh my god! I was literally getting pumped watching it. I was like, this is awesome,
Also,
man.
Not to be understated, Jod has like 2 scenes in this episode. His speech,
Oh, yeah.
sick. And then
Yeah,
even
it
it
is
was like a little pirate shanty.
Yep,
Great.
Yeah.
yep.
Love it.
Yep.
He has to rouse everyone up.
He's gonna, like walk the plank,
Mhm.
but obviously Yeah, those were great.
Pirates are easy to manipulate as long as you tell them, hey guys, you guys hungry?
Money.
Yeah, you guys hungry? You want some money? And they're like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this
Well,
guy's
I
got something
know where it
going.
And even Brutus is like, we'll go to this place and you're coming with us. Like you're like, and if you're lying, we'll kill you then. But
Uh-huh.
if not,
We got 2 more episodes of the show. I imagine Brutus will die before the end of it.
probably
And
Yeah.
he'll probably get like one action scene and then he'll die.
he'll get thrown in space.
Yeah. We'll end on a
I
shot of
love
him just like
Brutus.
stiff and like float around.
Yeah, like oh,
I love it.
he's cool though. He's menacing. Every time he shows up, I'm like,
he hasn't gotten to
"Ooh."
do anything though, which is
No.
unfortunate.
I know. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he'll get something, please.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really cool action scene or something. But again, you can't have like the kids shoot him because they're gonna get shot
Yeah.
immediately.
Jod needs to like stab him or something.
Yeah, him and Jod have a cool epic showdown.
Yeah,
Brutus
blasted
checked out.
Brutus's 6 pistols versus Jod's lightsaber.
Aiden, what was
Yeah.
the thing you were talking about? The ship that was the coolest thing ever. You were talking about that.
Have you
Oh,
seen the
it's-
episode?
Yeah, have you seen the episode?
Yeah,
Yeah, when they push
but when it
the
when it sh-
whole
when it sheds
self-destruct
when it
and
Yeah.
it sheds its
Yeah.
skin, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking
That's
sick, dude.
that's the coolest.
Dude,
All right, all right,
yeah.
fair enough.
It's fucking awesome.
All right, sure.
And it's
Have
a
you ever seen
shiny
that
new
done in the
car.
shop?
I thought it was gonna transform into like an alien or something. I was
No, that would have been lame.
like, that would not have been
Stupid.
lame. No,
Turns into a fucking
No.
Autobot, like
He and the Onyx Cinder shed an entirely different mode, like where it's sleek, it's
Uh-huh.
different, it's not like a rugged
I mean, yeah, I guess that's cool.
shipping away. It was awesome the way it was done because
Yeah.
you see half the shit getting fucked up and you're like, oh no, like they're stuck. And then
Yeah,
the moment
and
they
then
just pop out of there
yeah.
and it's an
they
elegant,
just
beautiful,
slip
like
out like it's a
old
glove.
Republic,
And then, yeah,
like
yeah,
an old, like High
dope,
Republic kind
old
of
school
like,
looking
airship.
ship.
It
Fair
looks fucking awesome. I was like, that was
You're a
great.
clown. You're wrong for not liking
Yeah.
it.
Well, and
He
it's,
just-
I think it evoked so much of what the episode was kind of showing, where it's like finally coming out of cocoon.
Mhm.
Like the kids are finally like friends. Like they have a
They're starting to come into their
platform,
own.
and yeah, and the Onyx Cinder has now become something new. I loved it, and I love how. I mean, it's a very traditional Star Wars designed ship now. Even like I like how the Onyx Cinder looked before, but man, you feel the impact of that ship just going through the tussle of that trash crab, or not the big machine going through it.
Yeah.
The puppet trash crab in this episode was all in stop
That was
Is
motion.
that a
very cool.
puppet? Holy
Yeah, stop
shit,
motion.
that's crazy.
It is so cool. I urge everyone to check out the behind the scenes video because they put like little
Interesting.
3D printed R2D2s and C3POs and K2SO little references on there, and
Oh, wow.
it looks awesome.
The
It looks
crabs are my
awesome.
favorite part for sure. I love seeing those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Well, it had
they're
like one that
fucking
has like
bastards.
a medical droid.
Like,
leg,
Hey,
or C-
home.
Follow.
They're
Yeah,
scary.
eat.
They repeat things. It's so weird. They're so scary.
That was great. I love those
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, it was a really solid episode. Getting KB
this
Lord.
show has done a great job.
Actually, I think that's actually a good thing because she was always kind of the most like didn't want to talk to anyone. So it makes sense that she's getting her development kind of late. Like she was very like, to herself.
well,
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that we got such a strong idea of who Wim, Neil, and Fern
Yeah.
were, and it takes
Yeah,
us to
early
the
on.
like third to last episode to learn
because
anything
they
about
put
KB.
like nuggets. They put like little nuggets throughout of like KB's parents being worried about her for a certain like different reason.
Yeah.
Wise, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
They
Yeah,
have a
makes
line that is almost cut out, like it's like right on the
Yeah.
edge of being like of the cut, where they're
Yeah.
like, oh, her medical issue, and then it like cuts.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Mm,
kind of like you'll miss it kind of
Interesting.
line.
that's
So,
interesting.
Yeah,
I
and
think it's-
also someone else is talking over them in that scene.
Yes.
I think splitting up the kids was a great idea. I think it really was,
Yes.
especially
and,
what.
well, splitting up the kids and switching partners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pairs.
absolutely.
That's what I thought. So like
It's a great
it's-
idea.
I love the moment Wim has like a lesson with patience because he literally does what he's told by KB. He does it right, and he
Mhm.
actually was helpful,
Yeah.
And I love
wasn't
that.
annoying.
He literally saves her life, and it's not
Yes.
this crazy epic
It's
Jedi
not a heroic
adventure.
big way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a great
He
moment.
wasn't annoying. He was
He
very
was not.
yeah.
And
He's
he
very
even had
reasonable.
a line after that I liked, where he's like, "It's too invincible." It's good.
Yeah,
That was a
I
good
love
that
kid
that.
is a
line.
great. This
That's
is a
something a
kid
child would
line.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, why did he say that? I was like, oh yeah, I guess.
I love
Doofus,
that
why do you
line.
say that?
I will say,
Everything about that scene of them trying to escape, I
Mm-hmm.
fucking love
So good.
because they're using everything that they've learned to that point. Neil's in the
Mm-hmm.
front seat. I mean, Fern and everyone in their own
Yeah.
positions where they should be. It was so satisfying. I was just like, oh, I was cheering. I was like,
well,
get out of there, you know? I'm like,
we're
oh man.
glad we're glad that the pirates didn't have the death trap be a death trap, and instead it was a fun little slide that they
Yeah.
could go down,
No,
Yes.
it
and
wasn't
not
a
that
spike
it's
pit like I assumed it would be. It was
or
just
an
a fun
acid
little
or an
escape
acid
slide.
Yeah.
bath that they
'Cause
could jump into.
you watch that, and you're like, well, those kids are fucking dead.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
with how
probably what
many
like
evil traps there were before, you'd think,
Yeah.
but I get
yeah,
it. I know. I
it's an
obviously
acid pool. So
I get why they did it, but still,
Yeah.
it's a little bit like,
well,
it's
I
just
But
think like when you get in the treasure room, right? I don't know. It's
mm-hmm.
like now they have to go back through everything. So
true. Yeah, and if you make it through all that, no, it's just a really solid show. It's so like it is consistently, aside from the one episode
The
that I think
one
we can all,
stinker of an episode. Yeah.
we all agree it's not very good. But even then, it's not like the worst Star Wars thing we've
no,
ever
well,
seen.
it didn't ruin the rest of the show.
Yeah,
So
it just felt like filler. That's all. It just feels like
yeah,
filler.
but
And
thankfully we at least had like a 5 minute segment at least that
I
just
don't
kind of
think. Yeah, I know the ending for that episode was perfect. We just had
yeah.
to sit through mostly filler. But I don't think I can't imagine this is gonna have like a downer ending. I think this is gonna be very well like planned because this whole show has felt very well planned. It has a vision. It's not trying to like set up,
Yes.
it's its own thing, which I really appreciate. You know.
Yeah.
I like Mandalorian, but it kind of lost the plot towards the end. I didn't really know what the hell to do anymore after season
Season
2.
3 was rough.
It doesn't really know what's going on anymore. But this show, you can tell from start to finish. Have they confirmed a season 2 for this yet, or no?
No.
I heard
There's no
some
season
rumors
2
about that.
confirmed.
That's not planned. Oh, okay.
They've talked about wanting to do one,
Hmm.
but there's nothing confirmed, and those kids are aging up quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I kind of hope they don't make a season 2. Honestly, I hope they just leave it because
Yeah.
I'd be
it's like
happy to see the kids show up in other things, but it's probably too late without a big time skip.
old man Wim shows up and he's like, he's a Jedi.
And then young Wim goes to Luke's Jedi school and then gets murdered by Kylo Ren.
There we go. That's the
Easy.
setup. Remember how we all thought we all thought Grogu was gonna get killed by Kylo Ren, and
except he makes too much money.
yeah, and then he leaves immediately.
And then Luke's like, "Nope, fuck you. You have a tattoo."
Looks like you can train, or you can go be with Daddy. And he's like, I won't be with Daddy. And he's like, okay, I guess you're going away now.
Whatever. Stupid.
That was such a weird. That is a
Master Yoda's lightsaber.
What show is that? Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Jesus, man, that's
the back half of
crazy.
Book of Boba Fett.
That's insane. That's from Book of Boba Fett. Nothing
Yeah.
in that episode is Book of Boba Fett related. It's
Nope.
so weird.
It's literally just a Mandalorian episode, and then
Yeah. What a bizarre show. What a
Anyway.
weird situation. Yeah.
Star Wars
Anyway.
is weird.
Okay. Piss break. Piss break.
Really bad.
All right. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow.
You want to introduce it, Ty? Introduce the what are we doing?
Yeah,
What are we doing for the end of
I'm
this?
gonna have to give some context because otherwise it's not gonna make any fucking sense.
Yeah, give some
So,
context, baby.
I watched a movie called Spy Family Code White.
Spy
it's an
X
anime
Family!
movie. It's just, the
Fuck!
X is silent. You don't say Hunter X Hunter.
The X is silent. What's the X?
So it's an anime about a spy who works for a government of a country, and they have like a Cold War going on with another country. Jesus Christ, calm down. His code name is Twilight, and so he's on this mission to like stop war from breaking out. So he has to go infiltrate the other country, and he needs to his mission is to enroll a child into a school so that he can get close to a government official, because he only participates in school events, so that he can kill him, I think. I don't remember exactly. I just watched the first episode again, and I don't remember if he has to kill him or not. Anyway, so he has to make a fake family. So he goes to an orphanage. He finds a child. This child happens to be a genetic experiment that is telepathic. That's a secret that nobody knows except for the child. He needs a wife, so he starts looking for eligible bachelorettes, and he finds a woman who secretly happens to be an assassin for the enemy government that he's trying to work against. And she needs a boyfriend or a husband because it's suspicious for women of her age to not, like people are like, oh, you might be a spy because you don't have a husband or something. So they create a fake family unit, and they start working towards their own individual goals, and the kid just is along for the ride and just wants to have a family because she was living in an orphanage. They also find a dog who is also a test experiment and gets premonitions of the future. That's all context, and the kid knows about the premonitions. The dog, I guess, knows that she's psychic, but it's a dog, so it can't speak.
Yeah.
And so they make a good partner duo because she can read the dog's mind when the dog is having visions. And nobody knows about all their other secrets. So the movie starts. There's a project coming up at school. It's a cooking assignment, and if you pass, then you'll earn accolades, points towards the big final event where they're gonna meet the government official that her dad needs to assassinate. So the assignment, they want to make sure that she wins, so they have to find a recipe for the judge's favorite dish. So they have to travel to a small town, and they take a train. On the train, there are the dog gets a vision of some thugs in a cargo hold smuggling something. So the kid's like, oh, let's go find out. There's treasure. So they find the treasure. It turns out to be a chocolate truffle. She accidentally eats it. And then the thugs chase after her, and her assassin mom beats the shit out of them for being creeps. She thinks they're just creeps. And then so they get to the town, and they go to the restaurant that makes the dish that is the favorite dish of the judge for the competition. And they only have one slice. It's like a cake or something. They only have one slice left. And so they're all sitting down. Family's about to have a nice meal. Also, this restaurant only serves families for some reason. They're about to have a meal, and they're about to have a piece of the cake, and then this military boss busts in, and he's like, I specifically want your famous dessert. That right there, that's the last piece. Fucking give it to me. And they're like, oh, you can't. We only serve families. He's like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. So he takes the dessert, and then they have the dad, Lloyd, is like, hey, that was our dessert, asshole. And so he's like, all right, if you can beat me in a sugar guessing competition for all their desserts, you can have the dessert. So we'll try all the desserts, and you tell me exactly how much sugar is in it and what kind. So they have the competition, and the dad correctly guesses all the kinds of sugar, but then the military man's like, I said be specific. And then he pulls out his exact guesses of all the amounts of sugar as well. So he wins. He gets the dessert. So then they leave. And trust me, it all ties together. It all comes together. So they leave. Military men fuck off. They're like, so the family's like, hey, we really needed that dessert. Can you make more? And he's like, the restaurant owner's like, I don't get any more for a week, and they got to be back in a couple days. So they're like, well, we'll just go get all the ingredients, and it'll be fine, and then you can make it. So they go on a hunt for all the ingredients. So they're looking around town. They find all the ingredients super quickly, except for a bottle of, I forget what it was. It's like syrup. Cherry liqueur. Sorry, cherry liqueur. and so they can't find any, and so the dad's like, well, if we can't find this, then the mission's a failure, and I'm gonna have to dissolve this family unit and send this child back to the orphanage, and it's all gonna go to hell. Meanwhile, also the mom of the group thinks that he's sleeping around with another woman because her coworkers were like, oh, these are the signs of infidelity, and she's like making up seeing these signs as like coincidence. That's a whole subplot. So they're looking for the ingredients.
And she likes him, right?
She does like him, but she doesn't want to admit that.
Yeah, she's kind of hard to get.
So like the whole like family dynamics falling apart. There's drama, and then the Anya, the mind reading kid, is like, well, they seem to be unhappy with each other, so I'm gonna put them on a Ferris wheel. Fuck the mission right now. We'll put them on a Ferris wheel together, and so they have like a heart to heart, and then she gets. Oh, before this, the mom gets shit faced and like starts being like, "Oh, you don't like me" or whatever. She embarrasses him in public. So on the Ferris wheel, Lloyd gets on his knees and is like, "Hey, it's gonna be okay," and it's like really cute and intimate. And then she gets way too flustered and kicks him out of the Ferris wheel while they're on the top level. And he's fine. He's a spy. He lands. Oh
yeah.
And then so they go home and they're like, and Lloyd's like, "Hey, I gotta find the cherry liqueur. I gotta leave." He had a spat with Anya, so Anya sneaks out because she knows where some cherry liqueur is and she's gonna go steal it. She does successfully steal it, but the thugs from the train come back and they want their chocolate back.
No.
So they kidnap the child.
Not the child.
It's about to get real unhinged. So
I've heard something about this movie, and it sounds gross, but I want to know. Keep going.
So Anya gets kidnapped. The dog gets knocked out. So Lloyd and Yor go looking for Anya.
Knocked out?
He did. He gets hit by like a car door or something. And he
Jesus.
gets knocked out. They find the dog passed out in the street, and they're like, "Oh my god, our daughter's been kidnapped." So then Lloyd goes to an airport, hacks into a radio, and starts looking for radio signals, and happens to find reveal the thugs from the train worked for the military man who ate the dessert at the shop, and they've got this big fucking plan to essentially start a war. And they need the chocolate because it's got intel inside of it. It had a data chip inside of it, and they need the data chip to like know about the enemy movements or whatever to start the war. Lloyd finds this out because he overhears over their radio signal that he hears Anya crying in the background or whatever. So he's like, "Hey, wife, stay here. I'm going to take this plane and I'm going to go find them." She sneaks into the cargo hold and they fly off. Again, neither of them know that they're a spy or an assassin.
Yeah.
So they fly off. They go to this military blimp because, of course, it's a blimp. They get shot down. They crash into the blimp. They're both on the blimp now trying to find their daughter. Meanwhile, the military man's like, "All right, this child has the data chip inside of her. Wait for her to shit it out."
Oh, no.
So they go through a whole sequence where now suddenly she has to take a dump, but she's got to hold it in because if she does, then they're gonna kill her.
Take her poopy.
Then also the bad guys will win. So there's a whole scene where she's like struggling to hold it in, and then she has this euphoric come to God moment where the god of shit descends to her in the land of shits.
It's like something I
Aiden's
wrote in
so
fucking
Aiden's
middle
so
school.
done. This is like a Captain Underpants plot. You can't deny
No,
this.
dude, this sounds fucking worse.
I don't know about that. Um,
They
so
never go into shit like this. All right.
okay, sure, but one of the villains is a literal toilet. Okay.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't like
Uh huh.
spew piss
Uh
out.
huh. Yeah. Well, there's no actual poop on screen. It's all like clouds and stuff. Calm down. Anyway, so the god of shit takes her on this magical trip through the realm of bathrooms, essentially.
Mm.
There's statues of him with like water streams that look like he's pissing. It's very strange. And he's like, "Yeah, you can. I give you my blessing. You can take a dump." And then the military man's like, "All right, fuck it. I'm sick of waiting. Cut the child open and get the thing out of her stomach." Yeah.
What?
And so the two guys from the train are like, "All right, we got to murder this kid." So then they try to murder her, and she runs away.
With her stomach
Uh,
open?
No,
What?
they do not fail. They fail to stab her.
Okay, all right.
Obviously,
You said she cut her open.
no. They try to.
Oh, well, the way
They
you
try.
described it was they cut her open.
I did not say they cut her open. Cut the child open
That's
anyway.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Lloyd is on the ship on top of the blimp because she was in the cargo hold, so she didn't get inside the ship. The mom is on top of the blimp, and she's getting shot at by machine guns and grenades thrown at her. Meanwhile, Lloyd's going through and he's trying to find his kid, and so she goes to the bathroom. They're like, "All right." She went to the bathroom, go through the sewage tank, and find it.
Oh
So
my god.
the military man's like, "I want you to swim through a giant tank of human shit and find the key, the code thingy." They don't do that. They get knocked out immediately by Lloyd.
Mm.
Then he comes to the main room where Anya's trapped in like a little hatch, and he fights the military man, and he throws like a gas grenade, and in the kerfuffle, Lloyd somehow makes a perfect disguise to look exactly like the military man. So they have a standoff where the soldiers are like, "Which one's the real one?" And then Lloyd beats him, and he's like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here! Evacuate the ship because we're all going down." Meanwhile, the mom fights a cyborg man who has machine guns for arms. That just happens for an action scene while everything's on fire.
And is he part of the military, or is he just unrelated?
He's like a weird
Okay.
fucking experiment. He's called like Weapon X or something. No, he's not
Yeah,
called
Weapon
Weapon X. He's called something.
Weapon
Like,
X,
he's called something like that. I don't remember what his name was.
Okay. Experiment X.
He dies. Shocker.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the ship's the blimp's about to crash. You know, all the bad guys are dealt with. The blimp's about to crash into a city and kill a bunch of people, and so they have to just try really hard to turn the steering wheel to move, despite everything being on fire. Eventually, they do it. They land in the water. Everything seems okay. The family's all together. The bad guys are all defeated. And then Anya sneezes, and the data chip was like stuck between her teeth the entire time.
It wasn't in the shit.
It was not. Then that's pretty much it. And then they get home and they realize that the judge is like sick or whatever, so they change the judge, and so now they have to go find a new recipe for the contest. And that's the end.
All that for nothing, huh? All that for nothing.
All that for naught.
All that for cutting the child open and not the. Well, that sounds like a good time. Honestly,
It was fun. It was a fun watch. Aiden hates his life, which is appropriate.
You know what? It's one of those shows that I really want to watch because it looks really
It's so
fun.
much
Every
fun.
clip
I love
I've
the show.
seen, it looks really entertaining because like it's not like. Well, it's not like. It's
Sounds
actually
like
like.
a one that has a fucking shit fetish. I don't know. So
It's It's hardly. It's only in this in this movie, and yes, it is very strange that that's a whole subplot.
It does seem like
I will say there is never shit on screen. It's only talked about.
they hide the shit.
But they're not indirectly showing it, but it's heavily implied. Like, I'm thinking a lot of shit here. So
Yeah. However,
I mean,
there have
kids
been
shit.
Hollywood movies that have been like, "Oh, you ate the thing. You need to shit it out." Like this is a plot line that has happened in movies before.
Also, it seems more. Also, the
imagery and the visuals you're describing are like piss or fucking shit related.
There's no piss. Nobody pissed.
There's a stream wherever the character Ty was talking about. It looks
there's like statues that have fountains coming out of their crotches.
Yeah.
But okay, to be fair,
in the imaginary shitland.
Yeah, but how many?
There's
so
one shot where she's floating over an ocean, and there's like toilet paper rolls that are fish.
Right. Yes. So it's visually like implied. It's not like.
I'll say this: I haven't seen it, so I have no context. But kids are known to shit. I don't know if you know that, Aiden.
It's true.
Kids shit a lot.
Yeah, I know that, but why the fuck would you put this in? I don't know, fucking Spy Family of all fucking things.
Because she's a kid. She's shitting.
And it's.
I'm not mostly saying about the kid, but it was like, I don't know.
That was all kid related. That was all the kids' crazy shit.
It's
I didn't fully realize
shenanigans.
It was related, but
it's goofy.
I don't know. I feel like the creators had to get like a shit fetish out in this one. Like, let's make a whole movie about it.
I think the creators just wanted to go to Shitopia. Aiden, I just think they wanted to go to Shitopia. I don't think there's anything wrong with
it. I think you're focused too much on the shit of the situation.
Yeah. Well, because it's probably shit.
You're really hung up on this poop joke, all right?
You're really just clogged up,
Aiden. It is a huge... Yeah. You're really constipated on this poop joke, all right? You just need to release.
It is weird. It is the one thing I knew about the entire movie is that they were like, "There's a lot of shit in it," and I was like, "Is there?" I was like, "Why?" And
yeah, needing to poop is a plot point. I will. Yes,
look,
I will,
man,
it's
relatable.
Entire plot point. And
as a person, as somebody who has a hard time with my digestive system, I relate to it heavily.
Yeah.
Because there's been time where, as Leia says, he's been touching cloth. You know, that's the whole.
When you accidentally swallow government secrets and then they want to cut.
I do that all. They fillet me open like a big rat. Yeah,
it's actually stuck between your teeth the entire time.
That's a relatable issue. No, it looks like a fun show. I want to watch it, but
the show's great.
But yeah,
the movie's insane. Again, when it got to the. Like, she has this euphoric moment where the god of shit descends and is like, "My child, my disciple," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's the Renzo plot right there. You go to Shitopia. Renzo has to poop so bad he starts seeing images.
And also, to be fair, it is the imagination of a child. So,
yeah, kids.
I wasn't completely understanding of that perspective. So
Aiden was in a freaking dream world.
Yeah,
it makes a lot of sense.
Aiden thought it was literal.
But I was like, no. Well, why is it so shit oriented anyway? So,
yeah.
why?
Aiden, this is like a debate. Aiden's like, why is this movie obsessed with shit? Talk about it. Let's have a discussion.
What is the message being conveyed in the shit plot?
I'm just saying, when there's an epic shit plot in Fantastic Four, you better be ready for that, Aiden.
Well, if Galactus takes a big fucking dump, I'm gonna be really happy.
When Franklin Richards eats the ultimate nullifier accidentally, and then Galactus has to make him shit it out, there you go. That's what's gonna happen.
Galactus takes a dump on the Earth?
I'll be very pleased.
I don't think he would be. I think you'd be like, oh!
What is this?
Oh!
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's as many, if not more, poop jokes in Captain Underpants.
Yeah, but once again, it's the same thing as the kid's perspective in this. It's implied. They don't show it.
Yeah,
they don't show shit.
Yeah, there's no scat. There's no actual scat.
Dude.
It's done well.
Actual fetish.
It's done in a clever way. Well, that's what I thought. Well, not like it was showing directly, but I'm like, what the fuck is? If they didn't have it in a kid's perspective, this would have made it way worse.
Oh,
you know
God,
what I mean?
I mean, if it's an adult who's like,
that was what I was unclear. Yes, that's what I was unclear about because it makes sense for Captain Underpants about two boys, boys. So,
Yeah.
all right, you have it with the
This is a
kid
little
here.
girl who like accidentally ate a chocolate that had government secrets inside it for some reason.
And she's imagining it taking a fucking shit. So
Yeah.
Well, because they're
meanwhile,
talking about her having the
military
shit.
men are like, let's cut her open. Let's get in her digestive tract.
I think we're way too focused on the shit conversation. I think we need to end this before
Okay, fair enough.
before the podcast gets canceled.
It's gonna be more shit talk.
So,
The shit cast.
Great movie. 10 out of 10.
How many? Never mind.
Yeah, don't even fucking say. I know what you're gonna say.
I feel like he gets kicked in the face.
9
constantly.
kicks in the face. 9 kicks in the face out of 10.
All right.
There you go.
Cool. All right.
But yeah, it was very
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Thank you for watching the Younglings Geek podcast. Hopefully we have more news next week with the creature.
Hopefully we don't talk about as much shit next week too. It's getting a little stinky in here.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
It's a very strange habit you picked up.
I do what I want.
It's like he does his own thing. He's
I do my own thing.
Miles just coughs in Miguel's face.
Miguel's like, "Oh, dude, there's a pandemic going. What are you doing?"
Miguel's like, "You have no idea what you're doing."
Oh, God, no. Aiden, you can't do that. There are people with actual foot fetishes. You can't just stick.
Censor that. Censor it.
I lifted my foot to fucking fart, not to show it. So.
Oh God, that's also a fetish. There's a whole Harley Quinn book.
End
about
it now.
Okay.
End it now.
It's over. It's over. It's over.